Okay, everybody, we all heard about the Grant Cardone video where he says he's going to declare bankruptcy. He's going to lose the jet. He's going to lose the apartments. Suckers, you guys are all crazy. If you knew value, if you knew what was going on, you would not fall for this. He says he's going to let the jet go, G550 for $7-8 million. Send it my way. I'll give you cash. I'll take that jet right now. We'll scrape the 10X off of it. We'll scrape the GC off of it. We'll put JEB on it. I'll take that. I know what that thing's worth, and I can do it. So give me a call, Grant. I'll take that for 7 or 8 million. I might even give you 10. Also, let's talk about the apartments. I was one of the top REO asset managers in the country, and there's no way the banks are going to take back his apartments in any time near in the future. No way. He can stop making payments at the end of the year. It's not going to happen. I've been called by many banks in the last week or two, and basically, as a short sale and REO expert, real foreclosure expert, everything's on a pause. Not because the banks are forced to do that by states and municipality, our federal government, but because they don't want the property back. Just think about it for an instant. If they have an apartment complex, a retail, even retail and office, who's going to be a better operator than who has it right now? Yes, there was poor operators before the pandemic. Yes, there was properties that should have been taken back that were in default before the pandemic. But those that were run smoothly prior to the pandemic, it's a nationwide crisis. They do not want these properties back. What is the bank going to do with them? They have to maintain them, manage them, and then resell them if they take it back. They want to renegotiate or work with whoever has it now. And since Trump is a real estate man who's been in default himself, there's going to be some federal programs and some heavy leaning on the banks not to take any of these properties back unless it's in a dire circumstance. Dire circumstance means management walked away, deferred maintenance, or something that is decreasing the value of the property drastically. The lenders do not want these properties. They're going to either amortize the arrears over the remaining portion of the loan or put it at the end of the mortgage. I was contacted by one of the largest mortgage servicers in the country last week. They wanted to contract me to the end of the year. So what that means is they do plan on having foreclosure activity quite heavily. But it's not going to be for the people that are maintaining property, that are managing property. No, it's going to be for the walkaways. And there's going to be some walkaways. Some people are going to say, you know what? I don't want to ride this out. I'm going to walk away. I'm just going to turn the keys over to the lender, and then the bank has it. That's a different case than a forced foreclosure. As far as the vacancy rates, yes, office is probably going to get, and retail definitely are going to get hit a lot worse than the apartments. You're just not going to see the apartments turn over quick. People aren't going to want to move out, and people aren't going to want to move in. Retail is going to be hurt. People are now used to even greatly more buying online than before. So the shopping thing and the space requirements for office is going to have an effect. So all these things in consideration. The part that where Grant Cardone does get himself in trouble with this little video he sent out was that he's saying, hey, I'm going to need a lawyer. I'm going to file for bankruptcy. I'm going to do this. When he is searching for investors for still projects probably under contract. Well, that definitely is something he should cross the line on. So that should not have happened. A few other things you should look at is when you look at his video, I know he took it down already, but it's out there circulating. If you know value and if you know real estate, then you know he was talking at his, you know what, and he was just sucking you guys all in. You guys were scammed. You didn't know. because you don't know value, you don't know real estate. So he had you scared, and he was just getting your attention. But if you knew value, if you knew the value of the jet, if you knew the value of the real estate, if you knew the mortgage crisis circumstances where banks are not going to take properties, then you would not have been sucked in. He's going to laugh all the way to the bank at this. He's already got your money. He's not going to release any monthly payments to the investors, which is probably a good thing and probably done by a lot of people right now. So, and the banks are probably looking at it as a strength, not a weakness, because he can build up a little fund to keep away the lender if need be. The bad part is he's got a lot of interest only loans, which means there's no principal pay down and you're basically owe the same amount you started with. And so at the end of 5 years, if you borrowed 5 million, you still owe 5 million. If there's a depreciation, then the bank might have an option to call the loan or make you pay a difference to meet the loan to value requirements. So right now he's in a good position. If his statements are true about his accuracy of the rent collected, 90 something percent, he said, and if he keeps above 85 in May, June, and July, he's sitting pretty. So don't be sucked in by his comments. He was just scaring you. And if you did get sucked in, you should take a second look at yourself and say, what is my real knowledge base? Because if you knew what understood what he was talking about, if you understood real estate, if you understood the current situation with financing, if you understood that the value of the jet was, you would know he was joking. So don't be a sucker. Be educated.